Hi everyone, it's Jay here, and these are the manga and manhwa releases for the first half of August. There aren't actually that many releases in this part. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's the summer and people have less money to spend because they're going on holiday. I don't know, but there are far less volumes being released. So we're going to start with the Kodansha releases. We have a new series called Opposites Attract. Chiharu's bold personality in a petite frame strikes a big contrast to her scaredy cat Rottweiler Tsubu-chan, and the same could be said for the sturdy but shy Kiyotaka and his outgoing Pomeranian Monjuro. But for these inseparable pairs, their long walks together are the highlights of the day. One encounter leads to another, and before long these two unusual duos find their feelings changing. Also out on the 6th of August is That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Omnibus Volume 3. This large-sized omnibus edition includes Volumes 7, 8 and 9, and it's about 560 pages long. Volume 2 of The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Chidori Hai, second year in Taro, is a gentle soul with a fierce face and an even fiercer reputation. Used to being judged by everyone around him, he finds himself thrown off balance when he meets the open-hearted Kaoruko, a girl who attends a rival school. Her genuine attitude slowly makes his walls crumble. Despite their growing relationship, the rivalry between the two schools becomes a deep chasm that may be hard to cross, especially after Kaoruko's best friend finds out about their relationship. Then we have Volume 7 of Windbreaker. While Sakura and the other Furian first-year students battle it out below, Kaji duels with Keel's leader above. As fists fly, Sakura begins to feel something strange happening. Something is changing in him, a transformation brought on by his first friend. What does this mean for the brawl with Keel, though? Volume 3, Gazing at the Star Next Door. This is a story of unrequited love between a girl and her best friend, whose acting career is pulling him further and further away. Chiaki falls into a funk after seeing Subaru on the job and realizing what a different world he's entered. But she knows she can't keep running from her feelings. She decides to keep her chin up and give him her best shot. Sketchy Volume 3. This is a josei manga about a 20-odd-year-old who feels like life is slipping on by. That is until a group of skateboarding girls will bring a newfound passion into her life. In this one, find out why Ako's get-together with friends from high school comes to an uncomfortable end. Then we have the Fable Omnibus 3, Volumes 5 and 6. In this, the boogeyman of the Japanese underworld known as Fable is taking a year off from killing for hire to lay low in Osaka. He's enjoying doodling childish cartoons for an hourly pittance at the small design company where his neighbour works. But when she gets tangled up in a trap set by a local yakuza, how far can Fable go to save her without breaking the vow he made to his boss to avoid deadly force? One Dance Volume 10. In this volume, as one dance competition finishes, another is on the horizon, but Kabo finds his heart is elsewhere. Volume 8, Wistoria, Wand and Sword. So much has happened. Only a miracle could keep Will's dream alive now, as graduation day approaches. So read to find out what happens. From Sublime, we have Given Volume 9. Mafuyu runs into someone who shouldn't be in Tokyo, Ugetsu. What does his presence there mean, and could this be the catalyst Mafuyu needs to finally move forward and make a decision? Moving on to the Viz releases, we have Blue Exorcist Volume 29. The Knights of the True Cross and the X-Wires have fully engaged Satan on all fronts. When Satan takes his transformation to the next level, even time itself warps under his power, showing everyone a future they could never have imagined. Boruto Naruto Next Generations Volume 20. This is the final volume of the series, so make sure you go pick this one up on the 6th of August to find out how it all ends. Volume 3, In the Name of the Mermaid Princess. Princess Mio searches for Yuri, but someone else gets to him first, and when they escape to another land, they discover that prejudice and discrimination aren't constrained by borders. Volume 3 of Neighborhood Story. The members of Akindo decide to spend their summer break at Mariko's villa. When Mariko's first love, Shu, unexpectedly appears in the villa next door, Mariko finds herself torn between her past life with him and her present one with Yusuke. Rainbow Days Volume 11. It's Keiichi's time to shine on sports day, but when he sees Nozomi enjoying volleyball practice, he can't understand why he feels strangely unsettled. Meanwhile, Mari has a big confession to make. Volume 12 of Spy X Family. Operation Strix and Lloyd's true identity are in danger. A mole has been uncovered and has gone underground. Will Lloyd and his allies be able to catch this double agent before all is lost? Then we have The Elusive Samurai Volume 12. This series is set in medieval Japan, where 8-year-old Hojo Tokiyuki is the heir to the Kamakura shogunate. But the Hojo clan is in decline, and his clan is betrayed from within. The lone survivor of his family, Tokiyuki, is the rightful heir to the throne, but to take it back, he'll have to run away first. Now, after years of training and deadly battles, the combined Hojo and Suwa army, with Tokiyuki at its head, has retaken the city. But it doesn't end there. Volume 7 of Akane Banashi. In this series, Akane is out to avenge her father by taking the world of Rakugo by storm. Rakugo is a style of comedic Japanese storytelling, where someone stays kneeling on stage and tells a story, with a punchline at the end. They only have a cloth and a fan as props. So in order for Akane to secure a spot at the 4-person event showcasing the Futatsume said to be leading the next generation of the Arakawa school, she must come in first at the 4-person event selection. While Akane is considered a favourite to win, a familiar dark horse contestant appears, one driven by a recent bitter defeat at Akane's hand. Demon Slayer Kimetsu Academy Volume 3. Fall is here, and Halloween turns scarier than ever when one of the 12 Kizuki wanders into a spooky water balloon battle. Then there's trouble with the demons selling snake oil, alarmingly inconsistent requests at the school's kiosk, and more. Kaze Hikaru Volume 32. This is a historical romance set in the time of Rurouni Kenshin. Posing as a man, Sei trains with the Shinsengumi and does her best to survive the turbulent times. Sei and her secret crush Soji watch as the Shinsengumi begins to crumble, while their former fellow member leaves with a breakaway faction. Meanwhile, just as Sei and Soji's feelings for each other are deepening, it turns out an escort from Kyoto also has feelings for Soji. Volume 5 My Hero Academia Team Up Mission. This is a spin-off series of My Hero Academia, and it follows the aspiring heroes of My Hero Academia teaming up with the pro heroes for action-packed missions. In this one, Deku and Bakugo battle the desert island demons that traumatized even the powerful All Might. Sakura Saku, Volume 4. Now that Saku knows Kotono might like Haruki too, she doesn't know what to do. Distressed, Saku is embraced by Iryu, who helps hide her from prying eyes. Saku discovers that Iryu's cold, blunt manner conceals surprising kindness, and she gradually begins to warm to him. Star Wars The High Republic The Edge of Balance Volume 3. The Nihil have continued to storm through the galaxy, expanding their territory through the Outer Rim. Despite the encroaching storm wall, Lily stands her ground and re-establishes Banshee's Jedi Temple. Banshee is not to be abandoned, and its secrets begin to unfurl as Jedi Master Arkoff returns to connect the pieces of a mystery long buried. Moving on to the 7 Seas Entertainment releases, we have Tokyo Revengers, a letter from Kisuke Baji. So I am watching this anime series, but I am really behind, and I am slightly worried that the blurb on the 7 Seas Entertainment page is a massive spoiler for what's going to happen, and I don't want to ruin anything for you. So all I'm going to say is that this is a spin-off series, and if you've read Tokyo Revengers and you really enjoyed it, go check out this spin-off series. But otherwise, I really don't want to say any more because I feel like I've just read a massive spoiler. Then we have The Night Captain is the New Princess to Be Volume 4. It's all happening in this volume for Chris and Leo. Wedding bells are ringing, then they're not. The The king suddenly announces that Leo's younger brother will be ascending to the throne instead. If you want to see how it all ends, go buy this volume. We have a new series called The Strange House. This manga is based on a novel which has been turned into a live-action movie. There's a house, a seemingly normal house, except for one room. It has no doors, no windows, and is tucked away, leaving anyone to think it was just a wall. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't exist. We have another new series called No Love Zone. This is a full-colour boys' love webtoon manhwa, a mature-rated rom-com about a friendly office worker and his handsome but tyrannical boss. It's been about a year since Lee Young-kyum started working at his office job. He's outgoing and gets along well with his co-workers, but his success with romantic relationships is less than stellar, especially since he tends to fall hard and fast based on looks alone. History seems poised to repeat itself with his new boss, Han Ji-hyuk. The handsome boss is exactly Lee's type, but his personality is a total turn-off as he proceeds to work Lee to the bone. The more aggravated he feels, the more he can't get his boss off his mind. Could this heated attraction be mutual? Then we have Volume 8 of Yokai Cats. This is a full-colour comic about supernaturally adorable cats, and there are so many different types. There are Amabi, Kappa, Nurikabe, Nekomata, and a new one, Konaki Jiji, the crying old man yokai who has thick eyebrows and gets heavier when he sleeps. Volume 7 of Killing Stalking Deluxe Edition. Sang-woo has Bum at his mercy, but he's not the only one feeling vulnerable. As Sang-woo toys with him, the story of his father's death is revealed, and the unsettling truth behind his relationship with his mother unfolds. And this volume is going to be out on the 13th of August. We have a new series called The Concierge at Hokkyoku Department Store. This department store, where new employee Akino's customers are talking animals, including extinct species. Just like any shopper, each has their own complicated request that Akino must strive to satisfy. From a wealthy laughing owl searching for the perfect present to delight his wife, to a thespian sea-mink attempting to find a gift for a long-awaited reunion with her father, Akino must learn to meet their needs, whilst also dealing with her challenging co-workers and elusive floor manager. That sounds like a really wholesome story. Volume 15, How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? When Hibiki decides to get serious about sculpting her body, she turns to the Spartan guidance of Kure Yakusha, Atsunomiya Koharu, and Machio Naruzo. Can she withstand their punishing workouts? Plus, lots of new exercises including yoga, pole dancing, and ways to slim down your face. From Square Enix, we have Volume 5 of Demons of the Shadow Realm. This series is by Hiromu Arakawa, the mangaka who did Full Metal Alchemist. So if you're a fan of that, you should definitely check this series out. It's set in a world where certain humans command mighty supernatural duos called demons, and it is the birthright of the twins Yuru and Asa to rule over these powerful entities. Separated from a young age and unaware of the truth of their birth, brother and sister must fight to make their way back to each other, claim their birthright, and save the world. Then we have The Ice Guy and the Cool Girl Volume 6. While Himuro is the ice-prone descendant of a snow spirit living in modern times, and his co-worker Fuyutsuki's poker face always makes her seem cool and aloof, both of them secretly wrestle with feelings they aren't sure how to handle for each other. When Himuro invites Fuyutsuki over to his house for the first time, they watch a horror movie that just so happens to star his younger sister Yukimi. Between having his crush in his house and the suspense of the horror movie, it's going to be an interesting evening. So that is it for the first half of August. I hope there's something there that you are interested in. There's quite a few volumes there that I am interested in buying, and a few new series as well. As always, if you want to use the code Jay'sManga to get 5% off SciFier, please do feel free to use it. But otherwise, have a lovely manga buying month, everyone. Bye!